But on the chat box, if there's an amount you have in mind that you're looking at, just throw it in and we can do the projection. Yeah. So can you see that? Lucy?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great. So this is an example of how maybe a 10,000 investment will work, for example. So I invest 10,000 shillings. Day one, this is day one, I have 10,000 shillings. This is assuming the interest for today is 9%, or something I should have mentioned for those who are coming in today for the first time is that the interest on money market fluctuates on a daily basis. So that's why I gave a range of between 8 to 9%. So today it could be 8.5, tomorrow it could be 9, the other day it could be 9.1, 9.3, like that, it fluctuates. And but like I said, we can work with a safe average of between 8 to 9%. So assuming the interest today is 9%, for argument's sake, you will earn an interest of 2 shillings and 47 cents. And then the interest and the principal for today will be, at that 10,000 shillings, so the interest plus the principal will be 10,000 shillings, 10,002 shillings and 47 cents. And then we have to give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. So after we remove the withholding tax of 15%, your net interest after withholding tax will be 2 shillings and 10 cents. So the amount at the end of the day will be 10,002 shillings and 10 cents. So tomorrow, when we open the books, your new principal will be that. So again, we calculate interest and it keeps growing and growing and growing like that. So what you notice is, I wanted to highlight this because of the daily compounding. So you see that your principal actually grows on a daily basis. By day 3, your principal will be 10,004, like that, until the end of the month. So notice here, I'm taking you to the end of the month. You notice here the interest is at the end of the month, you'll have earned an additional 63 shillings, and your 10,000 shillings will still be intact. So that's the daily working. Now, how does it work monthly? Okay, now this is a monthly calculator. I hope you can see it.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, so for the monthly calculator, so I've assumed the same 10,000 shillings. The same 10,000 shillings at the end of the total interest you'll have earned at the end of the month will have been 74 shillings. We'll have removed the withholding tax of 11 shillings, and your net amount will be 10,063. Remember, it ties up with this 10,063 that we had seen at the end of 30 days. That's the same figure here. So there are options. You could decide, I don't want to do monthly top-ups. So let's see two examples. There's someone who decides, you know what, I just want my 10,000 shillings to stay there. I'm not going to do any top-ups. So for that person, at the end of the year, your net amount, you'll have earned 784 shillings. But see how a monthly top-up and how discipline now grows your investment. So if you do monthly top-ups, this is how your investment will have grown at the end of month 12. So you'll have contributed a total of 120,000, but in addition to the 120,000, you shall have an additional interest of 5,000. Now, the interest for year one may not look like much. Why? Because, it's the first year. Whatever came in November has only been invested for 1 month. So the first year, you might look at it and think, okay, fine, maybe it's not so much interest. But I will show you now another calculator that shows you now how it works out if you do, for a longer duration. So yeah, this is how it works with and without monthly top-ups. But I can assure you that without discipline, even achieving this today, even in December, if you go to very many people in December and ask them whether they have 125,000 shillings, it's very rare. Someone will tell you have 125,000 shillings in cash. We are always used to this, living from hand to mouth and not keeping money aside. So this is a discipline we need to encourage each other to pursue. I want to show you now the calculation for annual. This is now, and Lucy, I can share this projection with you. Feel free to share with your people. You can do the projections and send to them. So now we can work with someone who is doing a principal amount of 10,000. Sorry, someone who does monthly deposits of 10,000. 10,000 at 9%. So this is how it grows. My apologies, let me remove this one. So this is someone who does 10,000 every month. See now how the 10,000 in year 2 will have grown to 259,000. In year 3, it will have grown to 404,000. In year 10, assuming that money, you just do 10,000 and you never increase it, you just do monthly standing orders.
Sorry, are you doing something else? Because we are still on the one you are calculating the Excel sheet.
Oh, we are still there. Okay, just a minute. My apologies. Okay. So now this is another one for showing for the various years. So this one, like I said, I can share with you, Lucy. You can actually send this to someone and they can print it out so that it can guide them. You know, it can be like on their vision board. They can put this on their vision board just to see whether they are on track. So this one shows if you're doing 10,000 a month, you can manipulate it as you wish. You could just come here and put a monthly deposit and you say monthly deposit of 10,000. And it shows you how it grows. So year 1, it will have grown this. By the end of the year, it will be 124,000. By the end of year 2, it will be 259, year 3, like that. So I can actually put it on my vision board for me to see how my investment is growing. Let me do another example for 50,000. Someone who's doing 50,000 monthly.
Someone asked about 300,000 somewhere.
300,000 lump sum.
Or what about a lump sum 300,000 and monthly 5K? So initially, I think they put 300,000, and then every month they are adding 500K. Just add it, put it there.
Every month 500K.
Yeah.
Every month 500K.
No, 5,000 shillings. Just 5,000 shillings.
Every month 5,000. Okay.
I think that's what is written in the comment section.
Okay. So that's how it grows. By the end of year 1, he will have 386,000.
You've made 86K already. Wow.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Of course, within the 386, there is 60,000. So the contribution is 3,300 plus 60.
Oh.
So that's 360,000. So he's made interest of 26,000. Now tell me which bank will give you 26,000 at the end of the year to appreciate you for good business. By the end of year 2, you'll have about 479, 579. So that's how it grows. Okay. Any other simulation? You can read them out for me because I'm not,
Lillian says she'll engage separately. Nobody else has posted an amount to be calculated. Okay. Any other amounts that you can calculate to see? Last time there was a 500, I can't remember, but this person I think didn't come back today.
Okay, so we can do 20. We can do in
Sorry, can I please ask? I don't know why my Zoom is sending a message directly to one person, but I had asked for a simulation of 1.5. And in addition to that, I'd also asked, I see in the write-up, it's written that there is a 2.5% admin cost. So is that admin cost on the interest, like at the time when I'm withdrawing the money, like after whatever period I'll have invested it, or I mean, like what does that mean? So like, for example, if I
Okay.
work with a safe whatever of say even 8%, so maybe do that for like maybe 1.5 for 1 year, and then you explain that 2.5 like, and then the tax.
Mm.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, that's a good question. So the 2.5% is management fee. So normally that's how we make our money, by levying a management fee. We manage the funds on your behalf, and then we levy a management fee. Now, for number one, 2.5 on the form just says we charge up to 2.5. We have the liberty to charge up to 2.5% in fees, but currently we charge 2%. So that is just a provision, but we normally charge 2%. Secondly, the rates that we give, the rates that we publish every day are net of the management fee. So when I say 9%, for example, is the rate for today, we will not charge an additional another 2.5% from that. It will already be net of management fees. So the only thing we deduct after that rate we have given you of say 9 or 8% is just the withholding tax. And withholding tax is 15% of the interest you have earned that day. So essentially what this means is that for us to give you 9%, we have gotten 11% from the market. We deducted our 2% and then passed on 9% to you as the investor. Yeah. Okay. So we shall not charge an additional, some people think that when we say 9%, we are going now to deduct another 2%, and then now the effective rate will be 7%. No, the 9% is already net of management fees. So for 1.5, this is how it would work out. 1.5 million will give you a monthly interest of 9,500, assuming a rate of 9%. Yeah, so we are looking at an additional interest of 9,000 every month. So by the end of the year, we'll have earned an additional interest of 119,000. Again, you can still access this money if you please. Is that clear? Lucy?
Yeah, that's very nice, fantastic. I don't know, are we happy with this simulation for 1.5?
Yes, I appreciate, thank you.
Okay, Lily, okay, thanks. The other question is the annual interest rate guaranteed to be above 8%? That's Caroline who is asking.
Okay, in terms of rate, is it guaranteed to be above 8%? No, for any money market investment, we do not, across the market, there's no guarantee. We are not allowed to give guarantees. However, what I can say with confidence is that even the COVID year being our worst year, the worst we ever did was about 7.5, 8% thereabout, yeah. And those are normally very short stints, they're normally very short stints. But what I normally tell my clients, anytime that they're investing, we agree on a stopgap measure. So what I normally tell my clients is, we will be working with a projected return of 9%. Let's put a cap at 8%, a bottom cap at 8%. So if the fund consistently underperforms 8% for 2 weeks, then as an investment advisor, I actually recommend we look at other options in the market. And if for sure the market can be able to give better options, then you're at liberty to switch. And that is where now Lucy comes in handy, because Lucy is a financial advisor across board. Yes, I know as Britam, we'd want her to bring us all our business, but she also keeps us on toes. When we are not giving a good rate, she's at liberty to tell you, no, because Britam is not doing well, how about we ship you somewhere else? And maybe when their rate improves, we can bring you back. So with Lucy, you have that assurance that she will always be sourcing for you the best return in the market. Yeah, so we set a stopgap measure. We go below the stopgap for 2 weeks, then we look at other options in the market. Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Benjamin, I had forgotten your question. I had read it earlier. Apologies for that. Can MMF statement be used as a security to access loan in a bank?
Absolutely. It can be used to access a loan, and aside from just it being used as a security, we normally do what we call an agreement between the bank, yourselves, and ourselves, where we give an undertaking to the bank that we shall not release your funds until they confirm that your loan has been repaid. So you cannot secure a loan and then as use it as security and then come and withdraw. We will get into an agreement. So yes, we've done that for a lot of people. A lot of people also use it for